Hello and welcome to qylor and its first episode, Archetype. I'm very happy to show you the first impression of my early stage version. So here we are. In the corner you can see some information about some basic survival elements, at least from my point of view. For example, in the left top corner, power, temperature, O2. O2 stands for oxygen, CO2 stands for carbon dioxide, and in the left corner down, sleep, thirst, hunger. In the middle we can see health. On the right corner down we see infection, intoxication, radiation, and on the top right, weight. So what is this about? As I mentioned, I'd like to create a survival game. I think it's important to have some elements which affects your chance of surviving. These elements may change in future times, maybe not. So it's, as I mentioned, it's a very early version. Anyway, so what else? We can look around. We can move forward, backwards, sidewards, and so on. We can interact with elements, as we can see here. With the door in the middle of the screen, you can see door, press E to take. So it looks like this is a door. Behind this door there seems to be a room, so let's just have a look. On the ground you can see the shadow because of the light. On my back side you can see some walls, some pillars, and a roof on the floor as well, and some elements there, as you can see. In addition, I implemented a flashlight, especially useful in the dark, to enlight the place. So I'd like to give you a brief overview of the environment controls here on the right hand side. There is a air status and temperature status. So what is this about? Environment controls, let's go into details about air status. We can see here there is some information about the tank fill level, about the tank itself, about the module air mixing proportion, and the module air mixer. Different values from O2 and CO2, and for example ether as well. So why do I like to implement things like this? For example, oxygen. Especially human have difficulties surviving in areas where the level of oxygen is low. For example, if the level of oxygen is beneath 16%, it's dangerous for human. The same is for CO2. If the level is higher than 8%, it's dangerous for us. So that's an element I'd like to implement, and to be honest, it's an element I quite have missed in many games. Of course, there are some games which include this element. Nevertheless, from my point of view, I'd like to kind of focus of things like this, because it's, from my point of view, especially like here in closed room, a fundamental element when it comes to survival. Why is it important to have things like different gases, like air mixing proportion? Why do we need something like this? You can see here, if you go through that door, there seems to be another room there. And the thing is, just let's assume the level of oxygen is different in these rooms. For example, this room here is filled with 20% oxygen. Let's assume the other room has 0 point. Let's assume the other room is 10 times bigger than this room. What if this door in between the room or the doors between the room stay open. In reality, diffusion happens, so it means that the elements mix between these rooms. So if the doors are long enough open, well, the level will be the same after some time. So if the other room is the level was 0, this room was 20, and the other room is bigger, then we have most likely quite soon a big problem, because the level will drop beneath 16%, and then we have a problem to survive. So these are kind of elements I'd like to implement. In addition, we have the temperature status. Then we have some information about the module temperature, so the temperature of this room. In this case, K stands for Kelvin. There is another like degree Celsius, degree Fahrenheit, and so on. Here we have a heating unit, unit 1 and unit 2. Their status is OK. Let's just have a look why that's the case. We can take that cover plate, and here we go. There is a heating unit 1, so the unit 1 is mentioned there, and there is a heating unit 2, that one is mentioned there as well. If we press E to take that unit, we can see the status change to missing, and the same happens with the other one. So, and we can of course install or just place the units back, and the status changes back to OK. So yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the movie, and if you did so, please leave me a like or share it with your friends, and hopefully see you next time.